This is the setup for finding the radiation pattern and gain for the horn antenna. So at the right hand side we have the transmitter section, at the left hand side we have the receiver section. Now we will one by one consider both the section. Let's consider first transmitter section. So this is the transmitter section. This is the transmitter section. First, this is nothing but gun power supply. Then this is a source of microwave. This is a source of microwave. And at the back end it is nothing but the terminator. Then it is pin modulator. Then it is nothing but the isolator. Then we have the variable attenuator, and then we have the frequency meter to measure the value of frequency. Then these two sections are nothing but to get a height to horn antenna. To provide the height to horn antenna, we have used these two sections, and this is the horn antenna which works as a transmitter. So this is the whole section of transmitter. So this is whole transmitter section. Now let's have the receiver section. So this is a receiver section. This is receiving horn antenna. At the back of that is detector mount, is used to get the value of power at VSWR meter. SWR meter. This is SWR meter, and the reading of that is calculated like that. First get the value on this display, and if your knob is at 40, then reading will be 40 plus 7, that is minus 47. That's how you will calculate the reading. And base of the receiver section, you can rotate that, and reading you can get the angle over there, rotation angle. Now see the maximum power where you observe at SWR meter by rotating the base of receiver, that will be line of sight, and line of sight will be treated as a 0 dB, and with relative to line of sight you will have a different values for different angle, and these values will be lesser than line of sight. That's how you will plot that. Now one point you should take care, that what should be the distance between these two trans receive horn antenna. This should be at least 2 capital D square upon lambda. Over here capital D is nothing but the maximum dimension of antenna. So I can say that diagonal dimension of this particular horn antenna. If I measure using the scale, it comes out to be around 13 centimeter. So if you measure that using this, it comes out to be 13 centimeter. Now if you do the calculation, and for an example you are operating at 10 gigahertz, then if you do the calculation for minimum distance between them, it comes out to be 112 centimeter. So roughly we kept the distance, that is around 120 centimeter, so that we can measure the radiation pattern in far field. If that distance is less than this, then you are working in near field only. Now for calculating the gain of the antennas, as we will treat both antennas as identical, so gain of first and second G1 and G2 will be equal. So let's say G1 is equals to G2 is equals to G. Then first I have to get the transmitter power. So for the transmitter power, what will I do? I will remove the detector mount. Okay, I will first remove this horn antenna from the transmitter section and use that detector mount at the transmitter section and measure the power using the SWR meter. So that's how I will get the value of transmitting power, and the receiving power at the line of sight only, the previous section only, I can get the value of receiving power. Then for calculating the gain of that, this is the formula which you have in your manual. I need value of S and lambda naught. So value of S is nothing but the distance between these two, which you can measure using the scale, and lambda naught is nothing but the wavelength of operating frequency, or particular on which microwave frequency you are operating, and that is the free space wavelength. Okay, so that's how you can complete the experiment and to plot the radiation pattern as well as finding the gain of the horn antenna. Over here we put the identical values of G1 and G2. So that's all for this section.